hours of testifying in her own defense, Sakiyna Thompson told jurors she was jealous of the relationship her boyfriend had with the victim, Kayla Hodgson.
A little, I guess you could say, jealous and insecure.
Thompson admitted to flying from New York to Tamarac in July of 2022, in part to confront Hodgson about the relationship, hoping to convince the other woman to stop. This video shows Thompson showing up unexpectedly at Hodgson's Tamarac apartment at...
What's up, gang, and welcome back to another episode of 99 Flames. Today, we're going to be talking about Sakiyna Thompson, 31, who killed 23-year-old Kayla Hodgson. So Sakiyna Thompson is the one that's right there on the right, and Kayla is the victim that's on the left. Let's get into it. A woman accused of killing her romantic rival in 2022 took the stand for a second day in her own defense on Monday, telling jurors that she blacked out when she stabbed the victim. Sakiyna Thompson, 31, is now facing first-degree murder charge in the July 2022 killing of 23-year-old Kayla Hodgson. Broward County Sheriff Office officials said Thompson flew to South Florida from New York days before the murder with the intent of killing Hodgson. Prosecutors say Thompson was jealous that Hodgson was dating Thompson's ex-boyfriend. Hodgson was later found stabbed to death in her Tamarac Village apartment's home. On Monday, Thompson told jurors she went to Hodgson's apartment uninvited to talk woman to woman about dating the same man. She didn't claim Hodgson attacked her, and she punched her in the face in self-defense. Thompson also said she was 2 months pregnant at the time, and she claimed Hodgson cut her stomach with a piece of glass. She just making up shit as she went. This story is crazy. Let's get into these stories.
Arrest in New York City. This after a young woman was killed last month inside her apartment in Tamarac. The Broward Sheriff's Office announced that the suspect, Sakiyna Thompson, is now in custody. CBS 4's Peter O'Dinch joins us live from the Tamarac Village complex with the very latest on this story. Peter.
Well, Naja, BSO says that the suspect was arrested in a neighborhood in Queens. That was 3 weeks after the homicide here. It's also where residents are relieved.
I feel terribly bad that happened to her.
Shayla Hernandez was horrified by the murder of her neighbor, identified by friends and family members as 23-year-old Kayla Hodgson, seen here and in photos in a post from loved ones on a fundraising website. BSO says they responded to Hodgson's second-floor apartment on July 13th after a 911 call about an unresponsive woman. They say they discovered that Hodgson died at the scene here at the Tamarac Village complex. On July 25th, a warrant was issued for 28-year-old Sakiyna Thompson. She was arrested on Wednesday in New York City.
Making an arrest makes me feel a lot more comfortable.
BSO is not saying what led them to their suspect, but an arrest affidavit says Sakiyna Thompson was demonstrating a depraved mind without regard for human life by stabbing with a sharp object with a premeditated intent to cause death.
I am very happy to hear about it because we were scared. We heard different stories from different people, and I happen to live on the floor above her, so I'm very happy. It makes me feel a lot better and more secure that they finally arrested somebody.
BSO has not said what the motive was. It's not clear when Thompson will be extradited. Right now, she is charged with first-degree murder. We are live in
versus Sakiyna Thompson.
A burden lifted.
We, the jury, find as follows as the defendant in this case. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree.
Guilty is what this family has waited to hear for more than 3 years.
We finally have some justice for Kayla.
A jury found Sakiyna Thompson guilty of killing 23-year-old Kayla Hodgson in 2022. Prosecutors argued Thompson surprised Hodgson at her Tamarac apartment, confronted her about the two of them dating the same man, and then stabbed her to death. Hodgson's family cried tears of joy in the courtroom Tuesday. They hugged each other tight because a guilty verdict is what they prayed for.
We're so thankful in this moment that the jury was able to see the story for what it is, that Kayla did not deserve to die the way that she did.
Defense attorneys insist Thompson didn't start the fight. They say Hodgson hit Thompson first and cut her stomach with a piece of glass. When Thompson took the stand earlier in the week, she admitted she killed Hodgson because her life was in danger and she was pregnant.
She thought, oh God, she's coming for me and my baby. That's when she grabs the glass and then she blacks out.
After the murder, Thompson admitted she changed into the victim's clothes, cleaned up some of the scene, and that she was too scared to call police. She also threw evidence in the trash. A life taken too soon. Years later, the family says they got justice.
And the moment I heard guilty, it was what we all needed for closure in this moment to move forward, to start our healing process. It's been a long 3.5 years.
Kayla Hodgson worked as a bottle girl. Late at night in the clubs, while the music was blasting and the drinks were flowing, she received a lot of attention. Though Kayla may have been popular with the men at the club, that was not always the case.
This case is crazy. I uncovered a lot of cases. There are a lot of stories here on my YouTube channel, about 32 stories or whatever. But I ain't never covered one just as crazy as this one. This girl was a bottle girl, whole life ahead of her. It was taken away from her from a jealous ex who traveled from New York to Florida to commit this horrendous crime. In the meantime, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, gang, be safe and watch the company that you keep in your presence.